Good evening, everyone. This is Big Mama Frank back with our Season 10 preseason action. We are mixing up the formula a little bit tonight. We are doing two 35% races with one shot qualifying. First at Bahrain, then at Portugal after that. Just sitting here waiting for everyone to get loaded in. It does appear we have at least one new face for this race tonight, someone who just signed up. Somebody's toaster is really struggling. Alright, one shot qualifying. Oh, there's our new person, Cussing Monkey. Very interesting name. Little spin going into turn 2. Cody doing Cody things, leading the pack with Piche up there in the front. And the defending champion, Ryan Newton, setting the fastest first sector. Just a reminder for anyone who may have messed up their setup for this one-shot quali, no park ferme, so feel free to change your setup before we start the race. Ryan and Piche so close together, but Ryan again with this purple sector 2, 37.788. Looks like he's going to finish just in front of Lightning, aka Nicolas Piche. Alright, there's our qualifying order for the race. Long-time return here, Stars used to race pretty regularly, hasn't raced on F123 yet, and this is, I believe, his first race with us with this game. And I know he is signed up to race for Season 10. Everyone else, I mean, we are looking. Well, after this race, we'll post a couple of sorting tables for the kind of how the potential for or how Season 10 might look. The one we kind of been primarily using is one that's focused on kind of making the most out of the two divisions that we know we can fill. But if we just try to stretch everyone to all the days we're signed up and kind of push people around a little bit, it would kind of be pulling a few people out of the bottom of D2 into D3. We would get awfully close to filling out a 60 driver three division grid. We still need maybe 5, 6, 7 signups, depending on who actually signs up after saying they would sign up. But we're really close. I mean, if you guys know anyone that wants to race, we definitely have some spots in Division 3. And then there's a few spots that can be moved around between Division 1 and 2 if you have people that may be more appropriate for that. Because again, as we wait for the drivers here, finish making their setups, this league does not run Parc Ferme. That was weird. Ryan coming off the line very strong. Cody kind of tapping the back of Lightning there. Nicolas Piche. People going off the track back towards the rear. Stelios and this new Williams off the track. And Maxime. Vixen by Shry into turn 10 there. Was able to get the move done on Nathan, but they're still at it. Nathan getting caught up here with D5, one of our new drivers for Division 1. Tire choice here having a big impact so far. Ryan already kind of gapping the field with these softs. I would imagine with no safety car, no damage, we're likely not going to see any hards, particularly for Portimao. No one wants to drive on the C0, they're terrible. So we should see soft, medium, medium, soft for both of these races. Barring any rain, of course. Oh, and this race, Stelios Repes here. We are kind of graced with both champions for our divisions from last season. Stelios winning Division 2. Stelios will be racing in Division 1 this season, so that'll be something to look forward to. Now, with 35% races, as far as I understand, they use 50% tire wear. Looks like we have stars may have gone around there. So I think at this point, you could technically probably get away with doing 19 laps, even 20 laps on the mediums. You just wouldn't feel very well, feel very good at the end. Brad doing a good job here keeping up with Cody. Ryan and Pichet getting such a big jump at the start definitely has cost this train a little bit. Ooh, Cody getting kind of pushed off there. I went a little too wide. Lost a lot there. Went from P3 all the way down to P6, and then Shry looks like he had a moment. So Nathan going wide there in turn 10. Probably the hardest braking zone on the entire calendar. Nathan might get overtaken by everyone here. Oof. Red Bull's just... It's like Fred and DeFi may have had a moment there also. Big best of the rest train here, led by Simon at the moment, all the way down to Logan in P8. Ryan and Nicholas are just gone at the moment. Red going very wide. Like Cody getting spun there. Very close racing there. Simon just trying his hardest not to be collected by the battle between Nathan and Shry in front. So we finally have somebody pitting. We have Try getting off of those softs. First one to pit. Soft tires should only be around low 40s on this lap at their highest wear. Ryan with the time penalty also. So both the leaders, Ryan and Nicolas Pichet, both have 3-second time penalties now. And then Ryan speeds in the pit lane. Okay. He's finally coming in. He's going to do the second half of the race on mediums. How long he took those softs, I can't imagine that Pichet will stay out too much longer. Simon finally pitting to get off those softs. Ryan coming out right in the middle of all of this traffic. Fred staying out. Nathan finally going in. Cody going in. Stelios going in. Oh, a little cheekiness by Stelios trying to overtake Cody in the pit lane. Almost had him. Great heads-up play by Cody by not giving that up. Here comes Shry. Shry with a pretty big undercut there. With the way we've seen people battling in the midfield right now, it probably was the right choice to pit early. Find himself some clean air. What's up, Mr. Becky B? Simon with a small undercut to get in front of Nathan. However, Nathan is within his DRS. Freddy Razzle, finally the last one to pit. We'll have a lot of work to do to kind of get him back to where he wants to be. Looks like Fred's going to come out of this in P6 on the best tires on the grid. Newest tires. Just a reminder for everyone, we will have another race after this. We're going to be doing one-shot quali and 35% at Portugal, right after the conclusion of this race. Fred and Simon, big battle going into turn 3. Fred being able to make that position mistake, but Simon sends it right back up the inside. But a little contact with Fred and Simon goes around. Definitely a very ambitious move from Simon there. And okay, there goes Piche just retiring in the pits. Very fun. Fred almost making that 3 wide going into the final corner. Try the odd man out. Won't have DRS. Nathan and Fred will. Stelios and Cody finally catching up with this pack. Seems like Shrai's pace dropped off quite a bit. Old mediums versus all these relatively newer softs. Alright, 2 laps to go. Final for the final podium spot here. Brad has already gapped Nathan here a little bit, 1.5 seconds. Nathan, Stelios, and Cody. Cody with a penalty, but this is for nothing, so on-track victories still count. Nathan able to keep both drivers behind there. He's going a little wide there into turn 4. Cody having a big snap. Ooh, Cody with a big rear lockup there, almost spinning. Able to save it. Oh, Fred having a little spin on his own. Losing his spot in P2, all the way down to P6. Final lap now, going into turn 1 for the final time. Stelios, big set on Nathan, but Nathan fights back. And this gives Cody a big opportunity going into turn 4. Is anyone there? Is DRS is Cody? What? Big slide from Cody. Alright, I have a few more cars coming over. Logan just finishing now, Simon just finishing now, and then Nick a little ways back. Alright, there we go. That's our first race done. Up next is Portugal. Another 35%er, Ryan winning by quite the distance. Eight seconds of penalties for Ryan and still winning by 17 seconds. Sounds about right. Alright, so we'll be back in just a few minutes as we get the second lobby set up. Alrighty, we're back. Waiting for everyone to get their setups on for Portugal. It looks like we have a dry race, dry quali. While we're here, this is our combined constructors finishing order for Season 9. I just wanted to try that out to make sure I knew how to do hotkeys in OBS, so very cool. Definitely not the cleanest looking thing there, but whatever. Now, just kind of reminder for our draft on Sunday. We are using combined constructors as a reference for our draft order. However, the bottom half of each draft, so picks 11 through 20, were decided by a draft lottery. That draft lottery is posted in the Season 10 news channel in our Discord. A lot of teams got mixed around in the back half of the order, but the top 10 will remain the same as the combined constructors as you see here. Wrong button. Alright, here we go. One-shot qualifying. Ryan with the invalidation, so he's going to have to do a little bit of work to get back to his 30-second lead. Really close from Stelios, almost on the edge, just on the edge of track limits there. Back up towards the front. Simon and Cody duking it out here for P1. Simon takes the lead. Simon's still in the lead. Purple sector 2. Fred with the purple sector 1. Cody must have had a big moment because, oh, he's invalid. Okay, there we go. Simon and Fred here. I believe Simon's going to have pole by quite a bit here. Oh, as I say that, Fred sneaks in and gets him by less than a tenth. Ryan with the invalid 15.727. Fred with the pole 16.330. Another reminder again for anyone who's just tuning in or anyone who's new, no Parc Ferme for this session and just in general. We don't run Parc Ferme in this league right now just with the state of the game. So it'll take a few minutes for everyone to get their setups tweaked. But just like the last race at Bahrain, or even more so than the last race at Bahrain, the hards are C0 here, so they're the only track in the game that runs C0, the hardest compound in F123. No one should run that compound at all. So we should see, I would imagine, medium soft for most people, and a couple people on softs just at the start. Alright, here we go. Really nice start by Fred. Stelios trying to force his way into turn 2. Oh, just not the right choice. There's no way that was going to work. Simon got spun around. I missed that. We may have caught it on the broadcast, but I was watching Stelios. Nick Hamrick on the softs, making a move, trying to make the move on Nathan. Not able to get it done. Fred maintains the lead of the race. Ryan already back up, or already up into P10. Oh, Nick Hamrick with a big punt on Nathan there, but Nathan's able to hang on to it. And right behind Nick is Maxime. Maxime with a big send around Nick Hamrick going into the final few corners. Nick Hamrick maintains the lead, maintains position, and Maxime backs out wisely. Maxime able to take the position from Nick on the back straight there, or on the pit straight there. One more lap until we have DRS. And back here, Stars kind of losing the pack in front of him. A lot of fast drivers behind him. Both Cody and Logan and Ryan getting around Stars in that one corner. A little bit of a slide there from Maxime, able to maintain control of his car. Ryan going down the inside of Logan. A little bit of a slide on exit. Also a lot of time to Cody, but he does have the better tires. Back up the front, Maxime definitely seems to be the fastest driver on the track right now. Trying to get up into P2. Tough to fit two cars into there. Still on the inside into the hairpin. Ooh, squeeze just to the edge. Just a nice racing there from Nathan. Looks like Maxime has it, but Nathan's sticking it down the inside. A little switchback from Maxime. Can he make it stick? Two tricky corners here to go side by side. A little bumping there. Still side by side. Maxime finally just backs out. We'll have DRS for this straight. An interesting battle here between Nick and Maxime. Nick already has looks like he has quite the run on Maxime. No DRS for Nathan, so he is just... He's still in it, though. Maxime gets by, but Nathan is still fighting Nick Hamrick. But that gave all that jostling, though, gave Fred a little bit of space. Maxime's going to have to push quite a bit to catch back up with him. Particularly with Fred not having used any of his battery, Maxime using most of his. Battery regen here kind of stinks, so... Very wise from Fred to hold on to his battery. Look at this. We have a DRS train from P1 down to P7. Two drivers caught up in stuff earlier, Stelios and Simon. Finally caught up back to the back of Stars. They're not completely out of it yet, but the time penalties will hurt. Okay, Maxime was able to get DRS going down that pit straight, so he is in the hunt for the lead of this race. Fred's still with most of his battery left. Looking back, I'm sure, oh wow, Ryan is under 50% also. Cody has around 50%. Shry doing pretty solid with his battery. Nathan just hanging on with the back of Maxime here for DRS. Now, we all saw Ryan's pace here during the Division 1 race when we raced it in Season 9. So I think all it will take is maybe a lap and a half of clean air, and Ryan's going to gap the entire field again. Alright, Fred's still in the lead. No DRS. Maxime has DRS, but he's too far back. Ryan making the move on Shry into turn 1. Shry with a little bit of a switchback as Ryan goes a little bit deep. Very nice defensive driving there by Shry. It's too much, man. You lose the pack and it hurts your long-term race, so to keep that in mind. Shry going defensive again. Ryan with a switchback. Just much better traction. Much easier line to do there for Ryan. Cody with a nice run on Shry here. Shry has DRS. Little Red Bull on Red Bull action here. Oh, Cody went right over that sausage. It looked like he thought he might send it up the inside going to the hairpin here, but that sausage curve did not put him where he'd want to be. Nick Hamrick having a little bit of an issue there, getting ghosted, losing a lot of time. May have had a slight disconnect. Ryan is going to move up into P4, and 2 Red Bulls right on his tail. But all this battle has kind of created a gap here, or Nick disconnecting there has caused a bit of a gap to form between the top 3 and this next train, where Ryan is looking to gap this train here because it's just continuous fighting. Nick Hamrick and Cody Lawrence going side by side in the final sector. Oh, a lot of touching there, man. But Nick should still have DRS. He's still close enough to maintain his position in the train. Did lose a lot of time, though. Top 3 doing a good job. Nobody in the top 3 has any warnings yet. Ryan is sitting on one and Shry is sitting on another. And as we mentioned, there's Ryan with a little clean air starting to kind of gap Shry a little bit. Already outpaced him by over a second. Shry will not have DRS on this following pitch straight. Nick Hamrick trying to do everything he can to get back in the DRS of Cody, but just has no battery. Try has no DRS. Cody has DRS. No one else in front. Easy overtake for Cody there. Looking at the pace for last lap, Fred did a 20.5, Ryan did a 19.7, so he's closing that gap. He's going to be in DRS and in this fight in just a couple of corners. Cody and Try are way back there. It's going to be a challenge for them to catch back up. Likely have to think about tire strategy in order to do that. Some shenanigans with ghosting going on back here. Looks like Maxime being the first one to pit off those softs. Going to go to the end on his mediums. Will we see people pit in response? Also have Nick Hamrick pitting. Probably the best option for him. Fred starting to push a little bit. Nathan getting dropped. Likely due to Maxime pitting, leaving a little bit of a vacuum. So Ryan is right on his tail. You kind of see what I mean by terrible battery. Ryan's been behind them for a couple of laps and only has really gotten back about 5% battery. Ryan with the overtake of Nathan. Easily done with DRS. Combine the next one into the pits to get off his softs. Somebody went off there. Looks like Shry had or Cody had a bit of a moment. Always a tricky turn 4, the uphill turn 4 here. Very easy place to spin here. Red doing a good job though, maintaining the lead. Still outside. Ryan's still outside of his DRS, but he is closing. He has been faster in the last 2 sectors. Would not be surprised if Ryan decides to pit here. And there he goes. Into the pits for Ryan Newton, our defending D1 champion. After his little pirouette, Cody finds himself back in P6 behind Stelios. Easy overtake with DRS. Simon Colston, the other Mercedes, also pitting this lap. Both of them will be finishing the race on mediums. Ooh, big moment back here with Nick Hamrick. Not Nick Hamrick, with, looks like Stars. And Simon, perhaps? Or Ryan? Something happened back there. Looking at the sector data, something happened with Maxime. He lost 3 seconds in the first sector on this lap. So any kind of advantage he may have had by pitting earlier has already been erased. Nathan and Shry into the pits, get off their mediums to finish the race on softs. Fred staying out for now. Shry and Logan in. I imagine we'll see Stars come in also. Fred in an excellent position here to maybe have a bit of an upset here and beat Ryan. He will be on better tires when he inevitably pits, but it's going to be close. Ryan is flying at the moment. But the battling of Maxime will certainly help Fred. Such a hard track to overtake at. Maxime a little bit of a little wiggle on traction there. Now let's see how far in front will Fred come out of this battle for P2 between Maxime and Ryan. Ryan easily should overtake Maxime with DRS here. Here comes Fred. Oh, he's going to be just in front of them. Little crossing the pit lane. White line. There he is, just less than a second and a half. Fred is going to have to push really hard, but he has a lot of battery. Better tires. We'll see. Ryan on 2 warnings, Fred on 1 warning. Nathan just outside the DRS of Maxime also. Maxime in danger of losing DRS to Ryan. Ryan's pace right now is difficult to match. Yeah, a lot of time lost for Maxime in those final couple corners. But Nathan has DRS on Maxime now. Ryan sitting the fastest lap with a 17.773, excuse me. Really big sin by Nathan there, going super deep. Really nice heads-up play by Maxime of getting out of the way of Nathan there, letting him outbrake himself. Fred is actually pulling a bit of a gap on Ryan here. Better tires, newer tires. Alright, heading down the pit straight. Should be an easy overtake for Nathan. Battling here for the final podium spot. Shry is relatively close, but 3.5 seconds is quite a bit to make up on a track like this. Ryan just Yarno boosting at this point. Nothing to lose, just trying to catch Fred. He knows if he can just catch Fred, We'll have an opportunity. Ryan still 0 battery. Fred with a little bit of battery. Seven laps to go. Ethan gapping Maxime a little bit here. Maxime on his tire age is probably starting to show here. Last lap dead even between Fred and Ryan. 18.389 for Ryan. 18.327 for... I'm sorry, 18.389 for Fred. 18.327 for Ryan. Ooh, Ryan with a bit of a slide on traction there. Some battles between Stelios and Nick Hamrick. Oh no. The Hamrick going around again. Retiring on track on the racing line. Combined. Right into him. Oh no. Guys in the future, don't retire on track. At least try to get off the track before you do that. I'm sure Combined is not super happy that he just crashed into a car on the racing line. Back towards the front. 18.442 for Fred. 18.477 for Ryan. Nathan comfortably in P3 now. Tire strategy winning the day for him. Maxime getting caught by both the Red Bulls here. Old Mediums just really struggling to match the pace of these newer softs. Should be an easy overtake for Cody here, but Try has a big run on both of them. Maxime going a little bit defensive, squeezing him on the corner entry. Should be a big sin by Try here. Maxime looks like he locked his rears a little bit. Cody clearly moving through. Combined retiring the pits. Bit of a sin here by Shry. Side by side, nice racing from both of them. Still side by side. Shry is able to hold the position after all of that side-by-side action. Maxime's tire is just too old. However, this did cost him a lot of time to the cars in front. 2 seconds the gap to Cody already. Towards the front, Ryan making up a little bit of time, but still their lap times so close, so identical. Fred with a 19.097, Ryan with a 19.083. Ryan's tires just crossing that 25% threshold on this lap. Looks like Fred's are just about the same. Ooh. Big time game from Ryan there. So close to catching into Fred's DRS. 3.5 laps to go. I see a little bit of rain. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's see what that does for this little battle. Ryan's so close to DRS. Fred trying so hard to keep him behind. Half a tenth from DRS for Ryan. Fred now under 10% also. He's just trying. He understands the importance of keeping Ryan outside of his DRS. Ryan with the penalty. Oh no. Fred still with one warning. Little battling between Nathan and Cody here. Cody made up a lot of time. I must have missed Nathan having something of a moment. He was almost 2 seconds behind, or 2 seconds in front of Cody. Cody with 1 lap fresher tires than Nathan. Battle for the final podium spot in tonight's race. Back towards the front, Ryan still just outside of Fred's DRS. Back here, Max even Schrei is still at it. Stelios has caught up into that as well. Simon bidding on enters. Quite the interesting strategy there. Two laps to go. Ryan technically inside of Fred's DRS, but let's see where he'll be. Looks like Ryan's going to have, unless he messes up this corner. If anything, he's making up time to Fred. Okay, that gap just jumped quite a bit. He doesn't have DRS. Okay, at a bit of a moment in the middle of the corner. Fred just doing a little bit better job mid-corner there. Ooh, Fred had a little bit of a moment there. Definitely see his car struggling to find traction. Ooh, that delta is going all over the place. Both drivers struggling just to find any consistent traction in these conditions. Track is getting wetter and wetter. Telemetry shows will be full wet conditions in less than 10 minutes, so we might have an insanely wet last little lap here. Final lap. Ryan finally in DRS. No battery. Fred in front. No battery. Rain coming down. Ryan with the penalty. Under half a second gap between the leader and Ryan. Still have DRS. Ryan with a slight battery advantage of 3 or 4%. Remember, Ryan's penalty is 3 seconds, so unless Fred gets 2 warnings in these last few corners, he will win the race. time-wise, but who will finish? Who will cross the line first? Ryan dumping the battery. And Fred just hangs on. 1.191 seconds between the two cars. Maxime looks like he's just too far back. Stelios a little bit too far back. And that'll pretty much do it for round 2 of our preseason fiesta here. Freddie Razzle winning over Ryan Newton. Simon doing donuts. That's retired. That is it. That is our final race for tonight. We will have one more session of these races on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope everyone will try to race that. Let's see if we can get a full grid. That would be nice. But outside of that, that is the end of this race. Freddie Razzle wins at Portugal in our second 35% race over Ryan, with Cody coming in third. All right, y'all. That's it for tonight. I want to wish everyone else a happy Thursday evening, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Oopsie. Let me get this in here. Let me get our results. There's the results and the penalties. Now we're out.